Hi friends! Welcome to Wednesdays with Whitney. I am Whitney, and today I am here with Julie Fugenschuh, who is the Executive Director of Project Iowa, and I'm just going to kick it right on over to you, Julie, to tell us about Project Iowa.
Well, I'm really excited that Whitney invited me to be here and be a part of it. Project Iowa is a great, and it's kind of a secret. I mean, we're trying to get out there and let everybody know. We've been around for a while, but we specialize in helping people find their purpose and their passion through employment. And we see that as really aligning with what you do to contribute and give back into the community, and it just enriches people's lives and it makes them shine.
Yes.
Like you and like me,
yes.
who love what they do.
So you can already see why I chose Project Iowa to be my $100 headshot partner, because that pitch in and of itself, that mission is my life. Like, finding passion in work, finding who you are, and then aligning that with what you do for work. It is amazing. So tell me, how do you do that? How does that happen? What does that look like?
There's no magic. It really, people do it themselves.
Yes.
So all we do, we really believe every single human being has the ability to find their passion and purpose and live it out. And I think we have lots of things in our way, barriers in our way that stop us from getting to there. And so what we do is just help remove those barriers through any way that we can. And it's amazing. So we were lucky in working with Whitney and doing some things with our graduates, and they grow and are so beautiful inside and out by the time they discover their purpose, that you can see a physical change in them when they realize their power. It's really about power too. So purpose equals power in what you do and how you live.
I love that. And I think that that's so true, that you can see a physical transformation in a person when they are like living in themselves and their body. And I love that you start with mindset in a lot of ways. When we first connected, I kept hearing how much you work on mindset and wellness, and showing up to the game means taking care of those things first.
Absolutely.
Because if you don't have a handle on what's going on inside, it's really hard to have a handle on a schedule or a checklist or external things that you're supposed to be doing.
Absolutely.
So give us an example of like an exercise people work through. Just give us, I know this is first of all, it's a huge program. It is. It's long. It's commitment.
3 months. So we ask people to commit to 3 months. We know that what you see out there in workforce is people are teaching skill sets, and that's great. That's good. We need skill sets.
Absolutely.
But if you go into a new job or a new career with the same mindset, a lot of times
you're gonna have the same problems.
Exactly.
I know this. I know this for myself. Every time I start a new business, I'm like, well, there's the same problem so I had to get through the mindset problem.
So we really focus on the mindset versus the skill set. And so we're really well-rounded. We look at the whole person in getting employment. We realized really quick, a job or a career is a piece of the puzzle to our humanness, right? To how we give back to society. It's just a piece. So we have mindset. We do that through Path to Purpose, which is a curriculum that we've created to really look about how your thoughts influence your actions and your reactions, and how all of those things send off chemical things in your body, right? So we're doing stuff. So if you're angry all the time, you are putting chemicals into your body,
and that results in physical pain. And like I know this. I know this from my personal experience. I know this from watching friends when they released emotional pain, they released physical pain.
Absolutely. So that's part of it. We do that, and there's 12 weeks of that. We do digital skills, so helping people enter the digital world. We do wellness, so that's something new we added. And exciting, this year we're going to add nutrition into that wellness.
Oh, so good.
So we
had what we feed our bodies is the foundation for everything that happens.
So we had yoga, we had meditation, we had some tapping, we make Play-Doh, so you get to do jump rope. But we're adding nutrition this year because we see the value in that. And then we do how to get a job, grow in a job, and keep a job. And all of those are related to a person's success. And leaving one out, although you could get a career, you may not stay in that career because you may get unhealthy or be stressed. We know
the fulfillment part.
Oh, absolutely.
Because we can have a job, but if we're not in love with ourselves in that job.
Exactly. And it could be anything.
Absolutely.
You can love anything. We need all of the jobs that are out there. And it's our perception of how we see ourselves and the value we add to our community, right?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It is.
Like, and I think about that from my own personal perspective. I could go out and be anything. I could choose it totally, and I have. I could keep choosing, I keep building. I seem to add and not leave other careers, but...
You might want...
Yeah, I know. I might want to think about that at some point, but right now I'm in an adding.
Right.
So when I've done that, I'm like, well, I just take my purpose and my passion everywhere with me.
Absolutely. You can see it in people.
Yes, absolutely.
The photographs that you did of our graduates,
my
you
gosh.
can see the... I mean, they were they loved it themselves.
Absolutely. And that's what it takes to show up to a photo shoot. I mean, your program prepared these people to show up confidently to the photo shoot. And they showed up much more confidently than just the people that are booking me on a regular.
I know.
So tell me about, did you get any feedback from people?
I got fantastic feedback. They were, well, first of all, they were all like nervous because we said you're going to get headshots and none of them really had that experience, nor, did they really feel beautiful. They're like, oh. But they went there, they showed up.
Yeah. Which is the only thing you have to do. Show up.
They had so much, and I kept saying, because I did my headshots with Whitney, and so I already had the experience. So I said, just go. You'll have fun. You'll be relaxed. And the comments were out of this word. It was fun. Yeah. It was, they look fabulous. And they feel fabulous. And so make sure to look those up because the guys and gals all look really great. But when we talked and when you selected us to be your partner in this, it's because Whitney really works at having the outside beauty shine, and I think us together did a really great job because through our programming, the inside shines, and they really love themselves, and you can just see that.
And you can see it coming out and how they leaned into the process. Because anytime you're doing something for the first time, and I think most of these people, it was their first time, maybe since family portraits or senior portraits, that they had their photo taken. And that is a step. It's a step for everyone to show up in front of that camera.
Well, and there was power. I mean, and some of your poses that you do that, but you could see that in their eyes that once again they owned it. Exactly.
I love that.
Yes.
Tell me, when people are... Because I know everybody's coming to this from a very different place. Tell me who you serve.
Everyone.
Well,
we started out for the under and unemployed to get to livable wage jobs, and very quickly we realized we don't want categories, right? So we have seen so many people in so many different places, people that are in jobs that they don't really love. Have been in jobs, have been laid off for some period of time, and just have really found it difficult to get back in the workforce. Actually, we do a lot of work with University of Iowa, other places with interns, and it's amazing. Even though you're going to get your education, as you're at that cusp of entering it, you're kind of like, what do I do now?
Oh my gosh!
And so we really have broadened our scope, and we'll work with anyone who is really just seeking that alignment. It really is an alignment, right? About are you living your best life because you're aligned with who you're meant to be?
Are you living your purpose?
And so at this point in time, everything's free, and that we get money through grants and different support through that. But we really are trying to broaden the scope of who we work with because it's valuable for everybody to really. And we as a staff here at Project Iowa go through this purpose work at least once a year because you can always realign and renew what you're living in.
You get to keep working.
It's not one and done.
No, it's never one and done. It's such an interesting perspective to me. We connected I just did this 4-month leadership program out in San Diego, and I'm ready for what's next? Where do I get to dive in? And people are like, wait, aren't you done? And I'm like, I'm so far from done.
Exactly.
You just get to keep going. The more I dive in, the deeper I know I get to go. And so I think the beauty, something that also I really loved about this program, is that you do serve everyone. And so that means when you're walking into a room, you're actually walking into a room of diverse experiences. How often do we get to really, truly walk into a room where we are not, we're one of the diverse experience? That just doesn't happen a ton in our regular lives, because when we're in a job, we're having a cultural experience that's curated for us. But when I walked into my leadership room, that was one of the first things I noticed, is that I was having the most diverse experience of my life.
Well, and that we do that intentionally. One of the things, so as we're you and I both are continuing to find our purpose and we're going to seek out new things, is that I really love the proximity that this can bring by putting people together that necessarily wouldn't be in the same room together. So the diverse experiences can be from people that have had addiction issues, people that have been incarcerated, people who have lost jobs, people who have master's degrees, people who don't. And what we learn is we're all common. And we all have the same feelings, no matter of, those are experiences, but feeling worthy, feeling unworthy, feeling shame, unlovable. Doesn't matter what your circumstances are, all humans can connect on that. And so we've seen some really beautiful things happen with that diverse, like you said, putting people of diversity in a room, or diverse experiences.
Diverse experiences.
In a room, it changes how you see others in our community. It's beautiful. It really
because
is.
You get to connect on this soul level. I mean, let's just go
That's
there.
Where it is.
Like you're no longer looking at the exterior experience of a person. You get to see them. And we're not our checklist. And that, I mean, I learned that in leadership, and then you guys were speaking it, and I on some level I know that. Like, I grew up with a value of community and bringing people in and lifting people up. But that's very different than understanding that we're all together. We're all connected.
There's so much, I think, that we miss in America because we're really individually focused, and I think there is so much power in communal healing. And you just experienced it when you were out there.
Did so much of it
because together we can grow. I mean, it is so powerful to see people from diverse experiences come into a room, share, be real, be human, be in connection, and heal from that. I mean, it is amazing. So we do everything communally. So everything is in a cohort. It's a small setting. So you grow with that community through your 3 months. And what that does is set you up with a network of people, of a community that you know you can be real with. Because the other really important part is, and I'm sure you experienced this with yours, is creating sanctuary, what we call it here at Project Iowa. And people need sanctuary all over our community. And what that is it's a safe place to be real, to be still and without judgment, without preaching to you or telling you the answers. It's just to be able to relax and be who you are. And I don't know if you experienced that with where you were, because it's so
incredible degree. And support sometimes looks like silence.
Exactly.
Support just sometimes, and this is something because, I went through with 77 people that all had a common experience. We now trust each other in a way that I didn't ever think possible. I mean, I walked into a room with 76 strangers, and I walked out with 77 people that I could call anytime I wanted to. And the beauty of that, we use this word authenticity so much. It's like social media, like, candy right now. But I have a really profound feeling towards that word, because for me, authenticity means knowing yourself at such a deep level that you're always showing up honestly. Whether that's good or bad. Like, good or bad is a judgment. It's lacking in compassion. When something is good and bad, it's you're judging it. Rather than just showing up for it and being present and saying, I'm going to support you. I'm going to listen to you. I don't need to help you. I just get to be here with you. And for me, that's what trust started to look like.
Well, and it's created. It's created by the community you put people in, and I think there's so much distrust and fear out there.
Oh, absolutely.
That it's a really powerful tool to use in growth and development. And I think we can change our community by it. I think that as people come together in community, create sanctuary, be authentic, it can change what Des Moines, Iowa looks like.
I believe that 100%.
It really can. We can put people in spaces together that have never been there.
I love it. Julie, you're speaking to my heart. Okay, we
just
can
a little
sit
work
here forever.
To do. Just a little work.
Just a little work. So if you're interested in the Project Iowa programming, donating, getting involved, please reach out. I have enjoyed working with every member of your staff, and they are just incredible. And everyone is into the mission.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, and how could you not be? Because everybody's gone through this course. So
everybody's living their purpose.
They are. So And then as far as $100 headshots go, I'm going to be posting the link. We already have 44, I think it's 45 now of those slots taken. There's only 35 left.
Sign up quick.
Sign up quick. Like actually, but for
really.
real, like sign up quick because
Yeah,
they'll probably be gone in the next couple days. So thank you, friends. Thank you, Julie, for partnering with me.
Oh, it's
on
a
this.
wonderful experience
And
for everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.